Hello, hello. Mic check. This is a mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Checking the mic. Right. Mic check. This is mic check. Mic check. Mic check. All right. So what is up, everybody? So as you know, the 4.1 live stream. I mean, yeah, the 4.1 live stream. So it's fantastic, and probably 4.1 had one of the biggest and greatest trailers I've ever seen. It was so intense, like too intense. In fact, I especially nice. What a character! What a character! And there's so much hidden in this trailer itself. So much new stuff. So many questions. So many huge questions about New Land, about Forceless, about Hydra Arc. I mean, how many Hydra Arcs are there
Time to begin work?
at this point? I'm simply confused. I have questions and answers. How many Archons are there?
We're way behind schedule. No touching.
About New Land. Like, starting something like that. You see, say this from this was and then just just going to the start of seeing that this is the start. This is what it's like.
Behold, know your place.
So this is and you then think despair and yeah, I just want to know and discuss what all the stuff we think, you think, I think are gonna happen in the 4.1 Arc quest, the 4.1 update, the story quest.
Quit following me.
Let me know your thoughts. Feel free, just let me know. You can just put a message in the chat, or I'll continue discussing what all theories or thoughts I have myself. Alright. So the first thing I wanted to discuss mainly is what we see in the trailer. Thing that we see in the trailer.
Relax.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure you guys will
Quit
see.
following me.
It's quite recent, so I'm pretty sure you will see where Newlet just comes into the frame, into the fortress of Merpy, when Riosley is seen running away, and then Newlet just tries to tackle. He just protects. He stops the primal silver alien's path with just one barefoot hand, and that is when we hear the commentary or the talking of Rena, I think, Rena Oslo's but it doesn't actually quite seem like Foslos. Was it really Foslos? It seemed like another version of Foslos because just previously in the trailer we just heard Fiorina crying. We just heard her crying. Please don't kill me. Ah, please don't kill me. It's probably Arlecchino trying to kill her. And Arlecchino, as we know, is a very scary character. And even if it was me, I would get scared. But Fiorina of Oslo, she's the Hydra Archon. It's kind of embarrassing to hear her scream, shout, beg, plead for her life from a Fatui Harbinger. And if I remember correctly, she's the 10th Fatui Harbinger or the 4th. I mean, she is very strong. She could be very strong, but
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence.
So, anyways, yeah, wait, let me just find out this thingy. Stream the frame.
Relax.
Oh yeah. Okay, there we go. So yeah.
Interest forever.
It beggars belief just how carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, have failed to take action.
Who are you? What are you trying to do? Please don't kill me. I'm begging you.
Is this what?
Yeah, so we hear that Arlecchino, we know that Arlecchino is actually a very fond character of Fontaine itself, and that Arlecchino has apparently been trying, or she too wants to stop this prophecy from happening. And it is quite clear in what she says to Foslos that Foslos, despite being the Hydra Archon, has not taken any action from the beginning. That means, despite knowing that this prophecy was incoming to Fontaine, the Foslos, or the Hydra Archon, has not done everything in her power to stop this from happening. You can hear the rage, the disgust, or whatever, her dissatisfaction, the disappointment Arlecchino has in Foslos when she says that. So, is it really true? Because from Newlet, we know that Newlet said that Foslos has been trying everything in her power possible in order to tackle this prophecy. But it's actually kind of hard for us to believe that because Foslos, she doesn't kind of seem like that kind of character to save Fontaine, but Newlet does. And Newlet clearly just seems like the kind of character who would save Fontaine, and we see in the 4.1 trailer that he's doing exactly that. He's single-handedly tackling or handling the primordial seawater which is surging from the fortress of Meropide on his own. So Newlet saving Fontaine, now that sounds good, but Phosphorus. So now coming to another part of the video. Let's see, I think it's this part. Yeah, the coolest part and the most emotional.
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past.
It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard.
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever.
Wow, that really feels like an 80s movie that you saw. And yeah, it's unnecessary for you to hold me in such high regard. No, it is quite highly necessary because Newlet is insane. It's an absolute fantastic character, well written. I love how that character, I love how a character like Newlet just exists. But you know, could it be possible that Newlet could die? I mean, it's not something unknown for MiHoYo from Honkai Impact 3rd. They had a they're infamous for killing of characters, right? When this killing of characters that are really important or characters that are really cool. And it does kind of make sense. I mean, Newlet is just that kind of character who could actually sacrifice himself for the betterment of the nation. He's like this righteous, all-knowing, ever-knowing king who would do anything for his country. Foslos, on the other hand, I don't think so. But killing of Newlet wouldn't actually make much sense because he's such a good character and he's just being released. He surely totally deserves so much more screen time. And then the sound, the narration, that is something. Oh, I just missed the chat. 4.2 will be Furina Redemption Arc. It promises make sense. Baguette is the Hydro Archon. Baguette. Let's see. 4.2 will be Furina Redemption Arc. No playable character has died in Genshin, so probably not. Okay, yeah, that is actually a valid point, but I think they still have time to do that. I mean, judging by Hongai Star Rail, especially Hongai Star Rail, they just killed off Tingen so quickly. I mean, so quickly. It's like what, version 1.3? The game barely started and they killed off Tingen so quickly. So, I mean, for Genshin, I'd say it's about time that they do something crazy like that. Would be cool if they do that, but I really don't want Newlet to be the one to do that. If it is Force Lords, I mean, like if you what you said, what Shane said, like 4.2 would be indeed Furina's redemption arc. It would be cool, but I kind of wonder what Furina or Force Lords could actually do. Now, the thing is, there's one really cool thing that I heard or actually read. I was actually planning to make a video on this one. So, I'm sure you know this boss. Okay, this place is called the Opera Epicless. This place called Erinis. So, Erinis is apparently based on mythology. It's supposed to represent 3 rulers or something. So, and if you look at this Icewind suit over here, the dancing boss, you can see three chairs. I mean, like 3 throne-like thingies. 3 throne-like thingies. Which is what led to the development of this theory or the speculation that a lot of people actually had, like whether there could actually be 3 Hydrogons, not 2, but 3. I mean, seriously, so far we've seen that there has not been practically there has not been a single Archon. Venti and Zhongli have been the original 2 Archons, and the others are all relatively new. But even then, Venti has got, what do you say? Mondstadt has got 2 gods, Istaroth and Venti. Istaroth was also the god of wind, and so is Venti. And Zhongli, can't say there was another Zhongli, but the consciousness in Asdaha, the evil part thingy like that, I don't really know that. It's been a long time, but still something about 2 gods there also. Then the Electro Archon, 2 Electro Archons, then coming to Nahida, then Drakon, another consciousness over there. So, and in Force Lords by this all time, we already know that there's the possibility that Force Lords is not the single Hydro Archon. There's more than one, but 3. Could there be 3 Hydro Archons? That sounds pretty interesting. Because the main Force Lords we know, and the other one could be the one in the Overtures. I mean, like the Overtures has a consciousness. The Overtures spoke to Lini, and under this fountain of Epicless lower the sounds, we can actually hear Foslos crying. So that itself gives confirmation that there could be actually two Hydro Archons right there. Now about the third Hydro Archon, this particular scene that I just showed it to you before.
You will see much in the human world from the
Now, this actually kind of seems like what do you say? Something occurring in the past, something really occurring in the past, because it says you will see much in the human world. It seems like it's something told to Neuvillette before Neuvillette actually came to the human world or came to Fontaine. And it also talks about Neuvillette will finally become the spokesperson to Fontaine's past and also exact judgment for everything. So I think it literally says that it will refers to the time before Neuvillette became the Chief Justice of Fontaine, which is like we can't actually say how long. Okay, so we got another pretty cool thing is said by Shane. Foslos has to absorb her 3 parts to get her true power. Foslos getting. So, correct me if I'm wrong, Shane, but I think you mean Foslos split herself. The original Foslos split herself into 3 parts, and in order to gain true power, she has to absorb the other 3 parts. Okay, that is pretty cool. That would actually be pretty cooler than just introducing twin archons and stuff like that. Oh, the previous archon might be the previous archon. So the previous archon split herself into 3 parts, and the Foslos we know currently is one part of that. Oh, so could the other part be the Orochus? Like the more sensible part, the brains. Orochus, the fun personality being Foslos, and the what do you say? Some other part lying, maybe the one in the Overcockshaw Oasis. That's the one. 3 parts will be pretty cool, but how could it be possible that I don't know? Genshin is gonna pull up something, but that's a really cool theory, wonderful theory. It's much fresh considering the ones that I've heard before. Like it's pretty cool. The 3 Hydro Archon theory is something that is relatively new. So far, there's only been 2. The part that Foslos could be actually split into 3 parts. It's actually quite interesting. Thank you for that theory, Shane. Okay, so enough about Foslos, I guess. Let's go to a new fan favorite, Ryosley. So Ryosley, super cool dude, super cool dude. It's even
Bad will happen during lunch on the 3rd day.
A mysterious box? A bottle of crimson liquid?
So, you know those pipes that make strange sounds? Don't ever go near them at night.
Sooner or later, all will pay the price for their arrogance. This could get a little chilly.
Alright, Ryosley, fantastic character. I mean, the part where he says, "Answer me, Neuvillette." Oh my god, I got little chills. That's actually so cool. But now, what is Ryosley's role in Fontaine's judicial system? One pretty cool question that I have, because as you can see from the live stream, we know that the Fortress Merpine, that is basically what Ryosley rules over, or Ryosley is the main character over there, does not fall under the jurisdiction of Fontainian law and system, meaning that neither Newlets and possibly neither Foslos. I don't know about if Foslos has jurisdiction over that, but Newlets apparently the chief justice of Fountain does not have jurisdiction in the fortress of Meropid, and that is why we have to sneak ourselves into the fortress ourselves so that we can actually maybe talk to Child and see if he's doing good, if he's doing great. But Child, judging by Child just probably saw it as another opportunity to fight a lot of strong people, and probably is kicking Phantom ass over them because he's just too strong, because he's a Fatui Harbinger. But yeah.
This is long overdue.
So does it mean that Ryosley is Ryosley on the side? I mean, if you wouldn't Ryosley also have known about this trial? Wouldn't he have known that Child was falsely blamed? I mean, it is. I mean, trials are a big deal in Fontaine, so Ryosley should have probably heard that Child was falsely accused. So couldn't it be that if you just talk to Ryosley, I mean, like, hey man, we accidentally put some dude into jail. If you don't mind, can we just go see him and talk to him? Is he really that unreasonable? I don't think so. But there could be a reason why you can't do that. I mean, there could be a reason why you can't simply walk into the fortress of Meropide. And another thing that we saw in this video, let's see.
Another. Born since they have no forever.
It beggars belief.
No way to dispose of the leftover remains. They have ways to transform them into other forms and keep them. Leftover remains. They have ways to transform them into other forms.
Okay, so he's literally running away from what we know is the primordial seawater. Like, what's going on? This is the fortress of Meropide. Why is primordial seawater surging from within that? Well, as you know, the fortress of Meropide is actually underwater. And so far we have only seen a very small remnant of the primordial seawater. I mean, that's all we've seen. We don't know if there's if there are more of that anywhere else. But it seems that there's a lot more from where that came from. So the primordial seawater coming from within the fortress of Meropide is actually really cool, but also kind of sus because
We're way behind schedule.
what does that mean? Could it be that the fortress? I mean, Ryosley is the Duke of the Meropide Fortress, so maybe stuff in the fortress does not actually go without him knowing. But he's also relatively new. I don't know. I think he got into charge relatively new and he made the place a whole lot better or something like that. But the primordial seawater from the fortress of Meropide Fortress still sus. I mean, we have to wait till the 4.1 Arkham Quest or Historic Quest. Probably not Historic Quest, but the 4.1 Arkham Quest Act about 3 and 4 to know what's going on. And another interesting fact is that the Arkham Quest 4 is apparently named Cataclysm Incoming or something like that, I forgot. So basically, Cataclysm is like a taboo word for all of us. Like PTSD, bad flashbacks and stuff. But yeah, Cataclysm Incoming. And we saw Cataclysm incoming, and we also saw that the primordial seawater is also coming out. So I don't know. I don't have many thoughts on that. You know, I guess we like somebody on chat. I don't know who's online. If you guys have got any thoughts about that, do you like think the primordial seawater invading the fortress of Meropide is actually what is going to be the prophecy coming true, or is it going to be something else? I mean, like Fontaine is already on like a pretty high place. It doesn't make sense how it could get flooded unless it rains continuously for like a long time, or the primordial water coming from underneath could just come in and dissolve all the other people. Okay, let me see. Okay, let's check out something else. Oh yeah, yeah. This is one scene I wanted to talk about. Let me see, it was something over here.
This could get a little chill.
Don't
A mysterious box? A bottle of crimson liquid?
A mysterious box and a bottle of crimson liquid. I don't know how that made it into the trailer, but it could actually be a small Easter egg. Crimson liquid. It's not something we are actually familiar with, but we know that the primordial seawater, we got it in certain vials. Uh, yeah, we got it in some sort of a small vial. The only crimson liquid we know is Dawn Winery's grape juice. Other than that, crimson liquid could actually be something we find it for the first time. And I had just posted a video recently. If you haven't checked it out, you could check it out. It's an analysis on this 4.1 trailer. Crimson liquid, could it actually be something that could reverse the effects of the primordial seawater? That would be actually cool, but there's like little to no evidence which states that's true. So yeah, I'm just grasping on straws over there. Okay, so we discussed about Newlet. Yeah, Newlet. Like I said before, Newlet, will he die? It's a bad thing, but will Newlet die? I really don't want him to. I really hope not. But yeah, he does kind of seem like the character who would sacrifice himself to save Fontaine. And the next thing we discussed was Force Lords. Yeah, Force Lords. And the number of Hydro Archons, how many Hydro Archons are there? And we had one of our viewers, Shane, say that Force Lords, it's a pretty cool theory that Shane came up with, that Force Lords has split herself into not two, but three parts, and that she would have to absorb or get back all three parts in order to get back to her full power, which makes a lot of sense given that she does not seem like an Archon at all right now, and maybe she's missing something, and once she gets those stuff back or whatever, a lost power back, we can actually see Force Lords in her one true form. That'd be fantastic. That would be some really good character development over there. And then we had discussed about Riosley and the Fortress of Meropide. Why is the fortress? Oh, wait. We've got another cool thing from Shade. If the fortress is a prison, they might be secretly sacrificing all the prisoners to the primordial sea. Whoa, that is dark. If the fortress is a prison, they might actually be sacrificing. Oh wow! That's pretty cool, and that is very dark indeed. But who in their right mind would do that? Maybe the boss, the what do you say? That guy Bond, that police officer who got dissolved into the water. We heard him talk about a boss. Maybe that boss. He sounds like a crazy person enough to sacrifice people to the primordial sea. Fantastic. That sounds cool. Crimson liquid might be the blood of a god. Blood of a god. Blood of an archon. Okay. Blood of a god. Well, the primordial sea. Yeah, that is true. The primordial sea has been existing on Teyvat ever since it was born. And so could it be that this crimson liquid, the blood of a god, would actually be able to reverse the effects of the primordial sea? But yeah, I think that crimson liquid being the blood of a god is fantastic. Could it be the blood of Elinas by any chance? I mean, Elinas has been talked about a lot in the World Quest here, and Elinas also is related to the Melusins a lot, and related to Nivelet as well. So could it be the blood of Elinas? And Elinas is a god? No, can't call Elinas a god. She was a creation by Renadotir, but still, she was really powerful. So maybe they could use that blood You know, I like I said again, I'm passing on straws over here. But Elena's blood, a god's blood makes more sense. Really nice theory again, Shane. Okay, so we discussed about that. The crimson liquid, the mysterious box. Yeah, we have to wait for the 4.1 trailer to see that. Then the murder. Is Arlecchino really trying to kill Foslos? Or was the Arlecchino just trying to get angry and was Foslos just being too dramatic as she is? I mean,
Next on the agenda.
Hydroarchon whining like that. Kinda embarrassing. Very embarrassing to be honest. But yeah, we'll have to wait till 4.1 to see what actually goes on there. Or it could also just be how, what do you say, Heyyoooo really makes the trailers. I mean, in 4.0 trailer, we actually thought that Lini was gonna get dissolved into the water, and nothing like that happened. It was just part of a magic show.
I can
And
fix this. I'm a little
another
low
thing
on energy.
we had to see was that we thought that Newlet and Foslos were actually on the evil side or on the opposite side, and then we thought that Clorinde was actually hunting us down. But when it came to the Arkham Quest, nothing like that ever happened. Everything was completely different. So it could just be the way they make the trailers, make it quite misleading, make it very misleading.
Born of ice and frost.
So maybe yeah, but the Arlecchino thingy, it actually seems like she's talking to Foslos. She does mention Foslos' name, so it could actually be something that she's telling to Foslos. And yeah, Foslos has not been, from what we know, Foslos has not been actually doing anything to prevent the prophecy, or has she been? Maybe she has actually been pulling all-nighters in her, rather than solving cases, she has been pulling all-nighters to save Fontaine as well. And oh, I had one big question. Child, where is Child? I mean, Child, the MVP of the quest so far, the reason why we enter the fortress of Meropide. What is Child doing? Why he wasn't shown in the trailer at all? It's pretty cool.
We're way
Like
behind schedule.
he appeared in the 4.0 trailer when we least expected him, and now when we expected to see him in the 4.1 trailer, he did not come at all. It's quite funny, but maybe we will see him in Jade. Go visit him in Jade if we successfully infiltrate the fortress of Meropide, that is. And yeah, the child's veil. This is what I've been dying to know. The child's veil thingy. I mean, what is this prophecy, and why is it? I mean, why is it surrounding child so much? And this veil thingy, we clearly saw a veil in the Fremini teaser. We saw the veil being mentioned by Child in the Arkham Quest, and then like basically we need a veil, and the veil is not coming in 4.1 Arkham Quest. Instead, we got an electric seahorse and a gravity machine, a pretty cool boss. We can just jump up. Okay, Shane's got another point. Let's check it out. I heard a theory that the veil Child saw is the primordial sea, and that's why he was convicted. Yes. I completely agree with Shane on that point. I mean, I had made this video on why Child is guilty, and in that video, I had said this thingy like, rather than having the traces of the veil on Child, Child actually had traces of the primordial sea, and that's why the authors found him guilty. Fantastic theory again, Shane. I mean, I absolutely am with you on that. It is very possible. I mean, like, no reason. I mean, first of all, we don't even know who accused Child. I mean, that was such a cliffhanger. Who accused Child? I mean, like, and for the trial, like in the previous trial of Lini, Foslos is the one who accused Lini, right? And so Foslos was made to attend or participate in the trial, tell her valid points. But in the case of Child, there's nobody to accuse Child. I mean, to accuse Child, and even if like, no matter who accused child, nobody came on the stand. There was nobody to participate in the trial. So yeah, they didn't give us an answer on who accused child, but yeah, the orators could have possibly sensed the traces of the primordial sea on child, and that is exactly why child was convicted. That is why child was sent to jail. But if you think about it, there are still a lot of loopholes within that also. Just because the orator sensed the primordial sea, why would it convict child? I mean, the previous case, all the guilty people were actually in contact with the primordial sea, so it does seem kind of logical to say that the primordial sea is the reason why child was convicted. But then again, kind of, I don't know, it feels kind of empty. It's like we need more solid proof. What did child really do? Is there something that child really did that is not convincing for us? Like, that has to be a solid convincing reason that he's been jailed. And until we get that, like, first of all, we need to know why child is here. I mean, he said he's here on business in the Northern Bank and that he has been here for a while. Okay, understandable. But what did he do with the Northern Bank that made you guilty and now put you in jail? I mean, you've done so many bad things in your life and you've never been in jail, probably. But now you do something good or you don't do something and then, boom, you're in jail. It's quite funny how life is just like that. Sorry about that, child. I'm not supposed to joke about that, but still, quite fun. Okay. Is there anything that we missed? I'm not pretty sure. Let's see. Let's check if we missed anything.
So, you know those pipes that make strange sounds? Don't ever go near them at night.
This thing that Riosley said, it actually seems like just like a funny, quirky joke to me. See those pipes at night? Don't go near there ever, especially at night. Could it? But it felt as a joke at first, but after seeing the primordial seawater just surging through the fortress of Meropide, I don't think it's a joke anymore. Does Riosley maybe already think or suspect that there's something wrong within the fortress of Meropide? Or is he just acting dumb? I mean, like, whose side is Riosley on? Is he on our side? Is he on New Village side? Is he on Fontaine's side? You can never tell. You can't tell for now because he seems like a alright guy. He seems like a very righteous dude, second to New Village, of course. So I don't think he'll be on the bad guy side, not knowingly, of course. I think he just wants to run his fortress of Meropide properly and just not break the law. Might be just some hydro monsters. Yeah, that is true, probably. Or maybe the fortress of Meropide is just really old. So that is why they are like, oh yeah, that's the creaking noises. Or maybe just some rat. Anyways, yeah, okay. Let's just check the trailer for some final points we may have missed.
Sooner or later, all will pay the price for their arrogance. Please, a plan like home.
One thing I missed. Oh, how could I miss that? There's something that really wanted to talk about. Where is it? Let's see. It's gotta be somewhere. The feminine
Rumors saying that
you guys know what I'm talking about. We see Fremini sinking all the time. I mean, dude is a professional diver.
Have we entered?
Away from
Fremini is just sinking over there again. It's not only about the sinking. It's like in a later scene. Let's see. Linny says something to Riosley. Yeah, this one.
be repaid.
Riosley, where did you take my siblings?
Ryosley, where did he take my siblings? Why does Ryosley need your siblings in the first place? Lynette and Fremine. What has Ryosley got to do with Lynette and Fremine?
Next on the
It's
agenda.
mind-boggling. I mean, it's really confusing me. And yeah, in the video that I had posted, I just put a point. This seems highly improbable, but it was something that just randomly came to my mind. I mean, like by that, I think we saw that when Arlecchino threatens to kill or harm Foslos, and Foslos just sits there crying, begging for a life. I think that is the point. Like Foslos says, "Who are you?" And I think that's the point where Arlecchino is probably going to reveal herself as the Fatui Harbinger. And yeah, that's true. Just like Shane said right now, I think yeah, Ryosley found out that Fremine and Lynette are Fatui, so it's like, alright, you're Fatui, you're bad. All the Fatui, every Fatui in Fontaine is going to jail. Child, Lynette, Fremine, Lini, Arlecchino, all of it will be jail. That would be really funny. I mean, yeah, or yeah, like I said, could be a way to lure Arlecchino. Arlecchino is clearly a villain character,
Lapis. I am sorry.
and they wanna lure Arlecchino into the fortress of Meropide. So maybe Ryosley can practice some boxing lessons with her. It'd be pretty cool. It'd be pretty funny and so yeah. So yeah, and yeah, that is still highly improbable. I mean, the Gensenbeck's writing is really good. Ours, my simple-minded theories is probably not gonna happen, but still, it's fun to theorize, fun to cook up stories, fun to cook up theories, and yeah. Oh, and I think I'll wind up the stream. I want to thank everybody who came. This is a normal silly stream I just wanted to do because it's Saturday night. I just wanted to have some fun. I had a lot of fun, and not many people were there in the stream, but I really want to thank Shane. Shane helped tell me so much. Thank you, Shane, so much. I hope to see you again. You can join my Discord. I would really love to chat with you, talk to you, and if you have any more pretty cool theories, you can tell me so I can get more content. Yes, so thank you, Shane, for this wonderful stream, and yeah. So I guess that's good night, good morning, or good evening, wherever you guys are from. And I will see you soon in the next video, the next live stream. Thank you for watching my stream. Thank you for watching my videos. And I will see you the next time. Bye bye.